It keeps you young, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and he's young at heart, that guy over there. He is a gamer.
Some changes here with Florida sending Denzel Aberdeen into the game along with Hauk.
Florida's got to do a better job sticking to the opportunities for offensive rebounds early. Nice
pass.
Francis.
Major slam! He just caught a body! Xavier Francis, major elevation.
He had 37 starts, Bird, last year. He is a seasoned nice slip again.
Hand lugged in. Gives it up, Martin. Hauk misses on a three. And rebounded by Francis. 10-8 lead for Houston.
Got to get him on the catch.
And Sharp doesn't get it to go. He thought he was fouled, and it's rebounded by Aberdeen.
I don't think they should use the ball screen.
Clayton.
Yeah, he's really struggling. That's
there, and the follow dunk goes.
And Hauk's so important to this team. His activity, his play, his scoring, so important. I thought Clayton, frustrated there, took that shot. I'm not sure the screen or roll coverage is going to play to his advantage the way Houston shows.
Tied up at 10 apiece.
I'm pretty good now moving his feet.
Gets to that right shoulder.
Yeah, he takes it in on Hauk. The spin won't go. But hand locked in. Couldn't grab it. Knocked out of his hands out of bounds.
They may change it.
And nice set out of the timeout by Kelvin Sampson. A little curly action there. Then overhelp. And then look at the extension on the finish. What a slam, and great set, great execution, Cougars.
The officials did come together, decided it was last touch Houston, that the ball was jarred out of the hands of Hanluckton.
I like this now. Aberdeen will play the point. Clayton off the ball a little bit more.
And Clayton's so good at, continuous movement, moving without the basketball.
Tugler is back in for Houston. Terrence Arsenault seeing his first action for the Cougars. Clayton comes to the ball, defended by Francis.
Wow.
Nice fingers. Cross court for Aberdeen. Fake. Hauk. Strong drive. A lot of contact in there, and the ball gets knocked away for a turnover.
And every time you drive against Houston, that help will be there.
No question about it.
Screen Tugler.
They've run this well.
Pull up pop. Cryer. That's an air ball. Out of bounds. And Cryer is looking for his range. He just made that shot after the whistle.
Just loosen up a little bit.
Cryer is 0 of 3 from three-point territory.
You know, Grant, early on, the speed of the bigs of Florida has been really impressive, getting up and down the floor.
Well, that's the advantage that Todd Golden has. He has 4 bigs he uses. He rotates them in and out. They can run, they can rebound, they can pass the basketball, and that depth has worked to their advantage this season.
Richard back in, replacing Martin. Condon returns, replacing Hanluckton. And Florida in this half-court set.
They're just shutting them down here. Too many bodies.
No space for Clayton. Shot clock down to 10. He's going to take it and miss it off the heel. Rebounded by Francis.
Good job. He's good minutes for Francis.
Clayton is 0 of 3 from three-point range. Uzan gets a switch with the big. That means Clayton is trying to deal with Tugler.
Pretty good job by Clayton on the denial. And once again, he moves his feet beautifully.
Uzan has got that killer crossover, uses the left well and floats it in. A teardrop.
And he loves that little push shot right there, but the patience and composure as the clock gets low. Uzan so good off the bounce.
12-10, Cougars. Condon looked down low. Some contact there from Arsenault.
Boy, you got to be tough with the ball. Nice split.
Good look.
Go up and shoot it.
It's a turnover. He traveled.
Nice play. Hauk. Condon's got to finish it.
Every dunk, every three, every upset. Fan work is thirsty work. Stay refreshed with Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever?
Little intimidation at the rim, you think? Not going right up with it?
I agree. I mean, you had Cryer coming over to help. He should just gone right up there to finish. But the bodies, the way they swarm the Cougars, you're always hesitant, not sure of where the help is coming from.
Wilson on the floor. Bird, good middle range, can make a three.
Malik Wilson is in for Houston. Florida is 0 of 5 from three-point range. Houston is 0 of 6. Arsenault, he lost the ball, gets it back with 7 to shoot.
A pretty good denial all over here. 4 left.
Wilson trying to make it happen. Wilson's jumper doesn't go. And it's rebounded by Condon. The struggles continue from the perimeter. Floated. What a save there. Effort made by Arsenault.
They had Roberts on Clayton. They should have given it back to the guard.
That's 5 turnovers for Florida. 0 for Houston. Catch and shoot. Arsenault overcooked the 3. Same team, and Clayton scoops it up. They are now 0 of 8 from downtown. Swing. Condon. 11 minutes to play in this first half.
They need a shooter in the corner on that ball screen. The kick.
Aberdeen, the penetration. Stop and pop. No good. Secured by Roberts.
Houston doing a great job keeping Clayton out of his range. He can't find a good shot, a clean look.
Once he gives it up, he's not getting it back either.
Did you say rock fight?
Yes.
There's Roberts on a cross. Tough. Loops it in.
He can take any hit you want to deliver.
After the made basket, Florida pushing pace. No points in the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds for the Gators.
Their help is incredible.
Well, every time Florida posts up, they will double team Houston.
Foul called. Clayton got popped. If it's Tugler, it's number 2.
Something they're doing, or how do you have to adjust?
No, it's the same team. I mean, I don't think they made a 3 yet either. We haven't made a 3. It's nerves. It's fun. It's championship night. It's in the middle of the January against Sasquatch State. I mean, this national championship, they're going to be nerves. Both teams will settle in.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay.
What conference is Sasquatch State in?
Bert, I was 5-0 against Sasquatch. we won three in overtime. It was a tough road trip, I'll tell you that.
They were your cupcake when you were at Seton Hall. Deflected and a steal. Wilson glides in and lays it home.
Aggressive at the point of attack. Grant, I agree with you as well. Open it up a little bit. Clayton getting a blow now. The ball screen, they are so devastating blitzing.
Houston is now up by 6. That is 6 turnovers for the Gators.
Relentless pursuit. Got to go at the rim. Anything on the perimeter, they'll suffocate.
Condon. Rimming, no.
It's a little really good rebound here.
Chinyalu trying to create some space there. Richard fires. Bullseye.
Nice find. Get those puppies organized.
They were 0 of 6 from three-point territory before that make from Will Richard. 16-13 Cougars. Arsenault.
They use that flare screen beautifully or fade.
Cryer feeds it to Francis. Working against Chinyalu. Wow, that was a beautiful fake.
This kid is a player, by the way.
Well, they don't post him up often, but that was great footwork there by Francis.
Houston is 9 of 16 on 2-point tries. 0 of 7 from 3, but Richard is starting to feel it. Back-to-back trays.
Richard, more than capable, has had big nights this year and certainly putting the offense on his back right now.
And he cuts the Houston lead to 2. Feed it. Francis once again. One-on-one with Chinyalu. The spin. Again! Javier Francis, the pivot on the interior.
They kept Roberts outside, let him go one-on-one ISO.
Francis from New Orleans, a senior. You mentioned the experience level. Former starter. Condon fakes it initially. Lost it for a moment. Saved by Aberdeen. Back into the hands of Richard. Condon cut. Spin.
He walked, yeah.
That's another travel.
And Condon right now is looking to pass the ball all the time. He needs to look to shoot it there. A little undecisive on that move.
He had a floater right there if he wanted it, too. How about this? Build him, keep it in touch. Corner jumper, then outside. How about this kid? Nice ISO. Use the left hand as well.
So Condon heads to the bench. So does Chinyalu. They come back with Hanlugton and Hauk.
Cryer's tough. He makes tough shots, tough pass.
Roberts loses it. Richard with Wilson behind him. Richard is blocked by Wilson on the chase down. Francis gets it ahead for Cryer.
Oh, he ran over him.
Sharp contact. Hamilton denies him. Out of bounds off of Houston.
And great defense on display. That exchange. Wow.
They run that.
And Horn puts it in.
That Horns look and a curl. They run that beautifully.
And Elijah Martin's got his first 2 of the night. It's a 2-point game with 7:20 remaining first half. Walter Clayton Jr. is back in for the Gators.
This will be a little bully ball right now.
Roberts spin, lost it, and they're going to get Hauk. Foul call.
Right now, early, I love the play of the bigs here. They lifted both bigs. As you said, a little curl. The help was not there. Great set out of the timeout. And certainly, as we talked about, the bigs of Florida are great passing bigs and certainly very unselfish.
Team fouls are not an issue right now. That's the first team foul against Florida. Houston has 3. Roberts hit 2 immense free throws in the victory over Duke after the call against Cooper Flag. That put Houston in front by 1. They won it 70-67.
You can tell he put a lot of hard work into this stroke. How beautiful. The key ones he makes.
62% on the season. And the Bill Raftery jinx. Let's check in with Tracy.
It wasn't key.
We're talking about the free throws from Juwan Roberts. Well, free throw shooting really hurt this team last year in the tournament, so Kelvin Sampson told his team they must prepare. So from June 2nd to Wednesday morning, each player that needed to improve shot 150 free throws a day, including Roberts. And as Kelvin Sampson said, practice in moments when no one's watching for moments when everyone's watching.
And it shows. Cutter. Shot clock violation.
And they never took advantage of Cryer in the low box. How had his guy? They never got in the right area for that entry pass.
Well, it's great defense. How many times has Florida had a shot clock violation? That shows you this
I don't recall any in the tournament.
That is 8 turnovers now for the Gators in the first half.
Cryer very good at hunting shots. Confident.
Steps through, kicks it out. Sharp is open, but it's way off. Rebounded by Richard.
This is where they're tough in the early.
Can Clayton get involved offensively? They double him.
Nice look.
Nice touch pass. Richard got a 3.
Extra kick out. What a terrific look, the big fella.
They are tied at 21. Richard leads all scorers with 9.
Got to play both ends now. Hand on these on Francis, who's had a great start.
Back into the hands of Cryer. He was so reliable against Duke. Cryer lets it fly. Oh, it's good. A long-distance connection. Wow.
Logo. How good and deep was that?
24-21, Houston. House gives it up. Hamilton rejected by Francis. Sharp lob it up. Another throwdown as Wilson elevates for the jam.
Look at that defense. What a job. Sharp, goodness.
And a tie-up underneath. Sharp gets Richard. Possession arrow to Florida. We have felt like it's Phi Slama Jam.
What a tough shot.
Short. He is struggling right now. Clayton, no points. He had 14 in the first half on Saturday.
Nice split.
The handles. The kick for Wilson. Lines it up. Knocks it down off the window.
How about that one? When you got it going.
Just like that, it's an 8-point lead because of an 8-0 run.
Playing with a lot of energy right now. They got the mismatch inside, but the great harassing outside.
That's another travel on Condon. Cougars.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee...
They'll get to the free throw line, not settle for bad threes.
You know, Kelvin was prepared for him. They're going to take him out of his game. They're going to cause wrinkles here on the offensive end.
And they're getting more opportunities than Florida because of offensive rebounds and turnovers. Uzan. That doesn't go. Another offensive board. But that time it is ripped away from Arsenault. They have 9 more field goal attempts than the Gators do.
I like this now. Playing away from the ball. Got to be busy. Here they come with a little pin. First time they've done that.
Richard again. He spots Condon, who puts it in off the window.
What a nice look. And, of course, great roll.
29-23. Cougars. We are under 4 minutes to go. First half of the national championship.
Pretty good out of the timeout, though, huh?
Well, both coaches running some good sets after timeouts.
Richard there defensively. Wilson lines it up, and that one is off. Long rebound. They allow it to bounce out of bounds. Oh, so close, but couldn't get over the hump for the national title. Out of the timeout.
Something different again. Look, first time they did a little bully ball. Nice.
Roberts was ready for Condon.
Boy, you got a drop step. You got a goal. Set him up in that lane. Drop step over your right
block there, and you're right. Condon got to give him a move or something.
Oh, nice screen.
Open look. Richard is really shooting it with confidence.
And Condon just set him up beautifully.
29-25. Houston, 11 points for Will Richard, the Fairburn, Georgia native.
A little staggered. They like to run with a dribble handoff. Pretty good coverage.
Uzan against Martin. 12 to shoot, 3 minutes to play first half. Roberts asking for it against Condon. He's draped all over him.
Oh, goodness. They are whacking one another.
Uzan with 3, with 2. Launches. Off the rim, no, and Condon is there.
Competing a lot better, don't you think?
Yep.
It's a 4-point Houston lead. Condon,
Nice
cutter,
cut.
Chinyalu, fakes it. Couldn't finish.
Cutting, though. Let's rip it apart a little bit.
Extended minutes here for Wilson. The reserves have been very good. In and out for Malik Wilson.
This is their pace.
Clayton trying to get to the rim. He's cut off by Wilson. Fake on the handoff. Give it up. Richard backs for Condon. They crowd him. Condon.
Nice find.
Kick. Martin. Off the rim. Clayton and Martin combined to average 40 points per game in the tournament. In this first half, they have combined to score 2. A minute 48 to go, first half.
And really not surprising, Berg, is when they know who the leader of the pack are, they just shut you down, Houston.
Uzan, swing, Cryer. Pull up puck.
Tough.
Yes.
And Raph, that's where he's gotten better. It was a shooter, a spot-up shooter when he arrived. Off-the-bounce mid-range game has improved immensely.
That is 5 for L.J. Cryer.
The drop coverage wasn't effective at all.
Richard, is he feeling it? Off the side of the rim, out of bounds. And Houston gets it back up by 6.
Just keeps on winning.
Amazing. 31-25. Cougars. A minute 10 to play in this first half. Hauk is back in with Hanlockton.
Nice coverage and recover. Got to take his left away.
Roberts drive. Roberts knocked out of there.
Looked like
Houston thought it was on the rim.
Yeah, it looked like the goaltending.
Get it ahead. Richard. He will fire. Connects.
Now Clayton run the show, though. Gave it up early.
Richard didn't look even unbalanced on that shot, but wow.
He is picking up the slack. 14 of Florida's 28 points. He averages 13.2 per game.
The timeout.
There's a 12-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Has 22 seconds to work with.
And they got the 3 shooters on the floor, too, on the perimeter. Just the toughness inside with Francis and Roberts.
Uzan gets it in for Roberts. Comes back for it. 30 seconds to play, first half.
Now to keep him out of the lane. He's very good at either finishing with a floater.
Francis takes a peek, 10 to shoot. Cryer
Icing it.
The jumper is off. Long rebound. Uzan, he will fire. That's off.
Looked like Clayton might have got a piece of that.
Did. Plenty of time.
Florida has 12 seconds on the clock.
I would get Clayton off the ball like they did earlier.
Clayton makes his move. Condon the screen.
He's got to move. Got to go.
1 second. Richard at the horn. Rimming. No. First half complete.
cháu cũng chết dễ bị dạ dày. Tối phải nhất cách 30 phút nên quả cam lúc mẹ muốn ăn buổi tối là lúc mẹ không ăn được buổi tối. Cam bằng tí bằng gần đấy mình biết